Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. First off, why do I look like Alice in Wonderland? Like I'm teeny tiny and this bench is huge. Like it looks fake. Crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna walk you through. So we're gonna be doing some glute activation to start off, because you know you gotta warm up those glutes, get them started, let them know it's time to work. And I like to perform each set, 2 sets actually, and I like to do like 15 reps each. So if you're doing different legs like we're doing in this one here, it's 15 per leg. So I like to count one leg, that's 1. And I work my way on up to 15. Also, if you're a beginner and you're following me, to get used to these moves, you do not need to include a band. You will still feel them. Really work on your mind-muscle connection. Like really think about the muscle that you're trying to work and really concentrate on it and really squeeze the glute at the top. As you get better at it, you want to start to include bands. Now, the reason why I have a little kettlebell here, this is a 12-pound little kettlebell, is because I had light bands with me. I'm realizing that the bands just weren't strong enough. In my case, I wasn't really feeling the mind-muscle connection, so I had to add some weights so that I could really feel the muscle that I was trying to work. I wanted to make sure that I left in all the struggle, because I work out on the daily and I still am not perfect. So I want you to know, like, be careful when you're trying new moves. The struggle is real, even for people who work out all the time. So don't beat yourself up. We are not perfect either. Believe that. So this move here, I recorded it from different angles just to make sure that you all are doing it correctly. So I have my feet together. My knees are slightly out. I do have a band above my knees, as you can see here, back on the big bench. And I'm really pushing it all the way up and squeezing the glutes the entire way. Okay, so with this move, a lot of people have a bad habit of utilizing their back to get that move up, because most people have weak side glutes. So you really want to have a slight lean forward. That way you can make sure that you are using nothing but the side glute muscle. So I recorded this from both sides so you can see that I have a slight lean forward. Had to fix my band. So that's why I'm holding the bench the way that I am, so that I can make sure that I'm not using my back. Time to move into the weights, my favorite. Now we have just done like very light, like almost no weight. So in order for me to get into the deadlifts, I like to do a warm-up round. So that's why I had this little small bar here. And for whatever reason, I thought I wanted to do sumo deadlifts, but I end up doing Romanian deadlifts. But my warm-up was a sumo. And I went as wide as I could. You know, it's a little small bar, so you can't step but so wide. And make sure that you hip hinge. Remember, this is not a back workout as most people think. That's because they're doing it wrong. This is a glute workout. So if you're hinging your hip back and really squeezing the glutes, you're going to feel it in them cheeks. Moving right on along to our glute bridge. Now this is another thing that I see so many people commonly do wrong. As you can see here, whenever I'm lifting, I am lifting with the glutes. You really concentrate on the hips. Do not flare out the rib cage. You see a lot of people with that, like their back is all the way like rounded. Same thing here. When people do hip thrusts, they're really like leading with their rib cage. You really need to keep your rib cage down and really drive through with the hips. That's what activates the glutes. Also, keeping the feet a little bit closer to the glutes is going to work more of your ass muscle versus if your feet are out a little bit, it's going to work more hamstring. And as you do a couple sets, you will feel the difference. So you'll know which one you're working and if you're hitting the muscle you're supposed to. I ain't even take a shit yet. Good morning. What are y'all working today? Look, I just needed a moment to rest. On my last set, I really like to add a pulse. Sometimes I do it every single set, but in this case, I did, glute bridges and hip thrusts. So I waited till the last set, and then I did a little pulse at the end, probably about 10 to 12 reps. Okay, the end of the workout is near. We are isolating these muscles. Again, keep the back straight. So I'm keeping it straight the entire time. And you really want to push back with the heel. Really push up towards the ceiling. And you want to do this both sides. Moving right into our last item of the day. These are going to be, normally if you're doing back extensions, you're going to really use your back. In here, you want to really activate that mind muscle connection and really bring your body up using your glutes and hamstrings. If you're doing it correctly, you will feel it there. I mean, unfortunately, you're still going to hit a little bit of the lower back just because of the move and the fact that I have a plate that I'm holding. But you're really going to feel it more in the hamstrings and the glutes if done properly. Okay, it is time to wrap it up. One thing that I don't talk enough about but is very important is stretching. This helps in recovery. This also makes sure that you're nice and flexible to be able to do the moves that you're actually trying to do. You want to make sure that your form is correct. You want to make sure that you speed up your recovery so that you can work out the next day. So yeah, stretching is very important. It also helps you reduce injuries, because as long as your body is able to keep up with what you're trying to do and the weight load that you're putting up. Yeah, so you definitely want to stretch after every workout. Again, every workout. All right, so I sped this up because, I'm holding each position for 30 seconds. And I use the band so that I could really pull the leg towards me. Keep that knee straight. If you follow me long enough, you know I love the pigeon stretch. So what you do is you get into a plank to start it up, cross the leg over, and then you really want to lean forward as best as you can. And you're going to do both sides, of course. To switch legs, you want to get back into the plank position, crossing the other leg over. And again, leaning forward. Now, keep in mind, I've done this for a while, which is why I can go all the way flat to the mat. If you're first starting off, you're probably going to be sitting all the way up. Now, if you want more information on stretching, leave me a comment below because I don't do a lot of stretching videos just because I feel like they're kind of boring. But I mean, if that's really what you're into and you don't really know how to do it, you want to know new moves, send me a DM on Instagram, send me a DM on Facebook, or again, leave a comment below and I'll make one, no problem. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any information that you need from me, like I said, send me a DM. Otherwise, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll have a new video for you guys next week.